You know, I moved to Montreal last summer, and one of the first things I noticed were all these big, awesome parks, like Mount Royal Park and Parc La Fontaine. And then as I explored more, I found lots of urban areas where you got the concrete jungle, big city vibes. You got a lot of that in downtown Montreal. But one thing that surprised me, one thing I didn't expect that I'm seeing more and more of, is just how the city and the nature interacts together. How you don't have a clear boundary between what is the natural area and what is the city area. And that sign in front of me, Ruelle Verte, is a great example of what I'm talking about. This is an initiative that was started by the city of Montreal, I think about 20 or 25 years ago. Let me check my super professional Wikipedia research. Ruelle Verte, renaturalisée par les riverains en collaboration avec l'éco-quartier de l'arrondissement dans la case de la ville de Montréal. Sorry if I'm butchering my French here. And what that's actually saying is that, yeah, this is a project to revitalize the back alleys of Montreal. I mean, anyone who's lived in a big city can tell you that typically back alleys aren't the most attractive places. It's where people leave their trash. Yeah, it's just kind of that street that you try to avoid. But what Montreal did is they decided, you know what? Back alleys don't have to be these places that we avoid. They can actually be cool parts of the urban landscape. And that's exactly what they're doing with Ruelle. I'm gonna go crazy if I keep trying to say this. Ruelle Verte. I thought that was a great one to start with because it has not just some nice plants and flowers, but also some really cool street art, which is another characteristic of these alleys. There have been a lot of awesome murals and paintings that really liven up the alleys and makes it a bit of an adventure when you're exploring. Just look at this one. It's so green you almost can't see the end. It's about 5 p.m. right now, so families are home. There's some kids playing out in the alleys. You know, I'm trying to be respectful and not be filming right in someone's face. So when there's crowded alleys, I'm not going down those ones. It is public space. I mean, an alley isn't owned by anyone, but as I see it, it kind of belongs to the neighborhood who lives there, in that they're the ones taking care of it and seeing it every day. Some families or local artists have put up their own artwork, clearly. Pretty cool stuff. Look at this cool cat climbing the fence behind me. Hey, buddy. And one thing you'll notice is a lot of toys, a lot of seats, a lot of just communal spaces that are being shared. You'll sometimes see toys that just have the street name written on them. And yeah, it's just a great communal feeling. Yeah, it's really cool to see the neighborhood get together like that. Of course, you got the occasional hockey net. This is Canada after all. Here's a little free book, free library, I should say. There's quite a few of these around Montreal. So anyone in the neighborhood who has books that they finished can leave them here. Or come pick up a book. Funny how there's a big book called The Cameraman, as I am standing here with my camera being a cameraman. Life is weird sometimes, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of green spaces, here's a nice park. I'm not sure the name of this one. We're at Avenue Laurier and Rue Chabot. If you like cats and dogs, it's another reason to go through these alleys. You'll definitely see a few of those. Okay, and there's one more cool alley that I want to take you to. It's right near here. This is by no means a comprehensive list of the Ruelles Vertes in Montreal. There are actually hundreds of them. I think there's about 400 green alleys in the city. I've shown you about 3, so you do the math. There's a lot of exploring out there waiting for you. Again, because this video is reaching a lot of people who might not be aware of these alleys before, I just want to stress, you know, like if you want to go through and take some pictures, that's cool, you know, just before everything else, be respectful of the people who live there. The spaces are meant to be shared, but they're not meant to be taken over, you know, like this is the back of where people live, so always keep that in mind. Another one of those free libraries next to some compost, communal compost. Okay, I think this is the one behind me. They all kind of look the same, so it's hard to tell at first. But I think this is it. No, that wasn't it. That actually wasn't the one I was looking for. I told you, they all kind of look the same from the outside. But they each have their unique feeling once you get inside. Some of them have names as well. Though I'm not sure those names show up on Google Maps, so not always so easy to find your way around. Let's see if I can find the one I wanted. It is the Alley of Pirates that I'm looking for. Okay, is this the one? So cool, isn't it? So I believe these are poems written by the neighborhood. All through the tree. Art doesn't ask to be perfect, poetic, precise. It asks to exist, to breathe, to be. This is what it has always been about. And you know, there might be some Montrealers who think I'm getting excited about nothing and are wondering, like, why is Dan excited by back alleys? You know, they're so boring. These are just our alleys. But to me, there's something very Montreal about these green alleys. Speaks to kind of the communal spirit that we have here in the neighborhoods. People live in tight quarters, and because of that, we got cool shared spaces. Speaking of cool shared spaces, this is what I was trying to find. It's a little pirate ship treehouse thing. Maybe it's just me, because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pirate, and I've never fully outgrown that fantasy. But yeah, I think having a pirate ship in your back alley is awesome. Shout out to you guys in the pirate alley. Another library. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video from Montreal, from les Ruelles Vertes de Montréal. At first I was thinking, is this worth making a video about? But you know what? It's the little things that can bring joy to our lives. It's the little things that make us want to wake up every day. I mean, there's enough videos in the city about Notre Dame and all the touristy spots. I wanted to show you guys something different, so that's what I did. As always, I am Dan for The New Travel. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, and I will see you next time.